Hey, Shagdog.
Jammer.
Spitter Swallow Beer Review.
Spare no expense with our Fall-toberfest.
Continuing since the end of September, all the way till possibly maybe into December.
Yeah, that is true. We have so many beers. So many beers.
This is Big Twin, hence the twins.
Yes.
Big Twin APA, 6%, 6.5% ABV, 46 on the IBU. It's an American Pale Ale brewed with just the right amount of Centennial hops. This Pale Ale will leave you asking for another. And this is Big Twin APA by Lonesome Pine Brewing Company out of
Lebanon,
Virginia. Or Lebanon, however you want to pronounce it.
Give me that sheet. Hey.
All right, well, that looks...
a lot. It looks like a normal, everyday...
I got some floaties again.
Nice.
Oh my god, something just floated all up. Look at that.
What do you got?
It just puffed up, too.
Well, that come off your mustache earlier.
No. But it was like weird because it just puffed up. Like,
yeah, well.
You are.
It's swelled up with beer.
Okay.
It's just the sediment.
I hate Virginia.
Yeah, well,
Virginia's for lovers.
You know, the thing about it is that when you're making these beers, you can use that Irish moss, or you can use some kind of filtering thing to give the different chemicals for clarity and stuff, all that stuff, and you can filter all that out and everything. Now, some brewers think that leaving the sediment in is good.
Yeah.
You know, they don't have a problem with it. I don't know if it's laziness and why they would. You'd probably be a sediment leaver.
No, I don't like sediment.
You would leave sediment in there. You would put it in there. You know what? I don't care. I don't want to filter it. That's extra work.
No.
Yeah, that's how you would be.
No, because I don't.
If you were brewing, that's how you would be.
If I don't like something, I would want the same.
It's cloudy yellow. It's actually looks like a more normal beer, regular beer, you know, in my opinion. Now this is a APA, which is an American Pale Ale.
Yeah.
And what is the major difference between an American Pale Ale and an Indian
Pale Ale? Some less hops, probably. I mean, you want me to look it up? Tell you?
Well, I was just going to tell you it's one's called American, one's called Indian.
Oh. I'm gonna guess because it's a regular Pale Ale, and then you got the Indian Pale Ale. Of course, you got the regular Pale Ale. The original is English Pale Ale.
All right, well, why don't you look it up? And
English Indian Pale Ale, and of course, Americans got a copy.
Yeah, speculate.
Yes, originally British in origin. I already said that. This style is now popular worldwide and used. It doesn't really say what the difference is. Buttery, aromatic balance, blah, blah, blah. Oh, wait. Okay. American versions tend to be cleaner and hoppier with the piney citrus cascade. That's why I like English ones better. Pale ales, right? Okay. Yeah, so it's a little pinier, more citrusy, more hoppy. There you go.
Oh, and we're back.
There you go.
You didn't sniff it. Sniff it. What are you picking up?
I can't get a lot on that.
I'm picking up a slight piney.
Nice little got a little
hop.
spoiled taste. A little spoiled smell in there, huh?
Spoiled?
Yeah. Like I did with that one beer I did from Zephyr Hills Brewing.
Well, I guess so. Maybe like a buttery.
Maybe that's the buttery.
Maybe it is. All right. Cheers. Salute. Prosit.
Salante.
I'm back.
Not bad, actually.
Here's Jammer.
You remember that part when she's going, get back, because me and Tom, whatever hell the son's name, and you're scaring us. And he's like, meh. And she's walking backwards up the stairs, and he's coming up, he's like, meh. It's just that. I was like,
yeah.
I always like that part. Shelley Duvall was so great for that part. Only two good movies she was ever in, Shining and Popeye. She was great for both parts.
Yeah, she was.
She's a little high-pitched, whiny bitch.
I think she went crazy, didn't she?
She might have. I know the lady from Superman.
Actually, it doesn't taste that bad in comparison to what you were claiming. Very mellow, with a slight grapefruit.
Yeah, it does have a little bit of a weird...
Sour.
Yeah.
Maybe the diacetyl in it.
Could be. I love lagers.
Yeah. Yeah. It's American Pale Ale. I'm picking up a slight, in the distance, corn.
Maybe they use adjunct somewhere.
Try that. I'm telling you, right? It's like very faint, but it's there.
Yeah, a little bit. Maybe like a corn husky.
And I don't like it.
Not as corny as the other one.
No.
But yeah, it doesn't taste like your typical. A little bit like an American Pale Ale, but it almost tastes like if you mix a pale American Pale Ale with a pale lager, I guess. I don't know. Hey, remember how we used to grade stuff and it came out that chart?
Yeah, it was a long, drawn out.
But it came out accurate. Well, we would grade it and we,
Yeah, it was very
it's the
accurate.
same. And but we added the label in.
Mm-hmm.
What would you give this label?
You know, here's the thing that I look at that. He got the cans, right? And he had the marker. I don't know if he just got the stuff and started doing it.
Yeah, or he could have labels that ran out, or just figure, well, you're in a rush, Sherry.
I wasn't in a rush. But I mean, yeah, I think that that right there, you know, getting the, like you said, get the ones with your logo and your name on it.
Mm.
Have it to where it says beer name or whatever, you know, and ABU.
That's the logo right there for Lonesome.
Get with the alcohol volume.
That'd be a good logo too, I think, with that on the label. Right
No,
there.
yeah, it's a nice logo. I thought it did well with the logo.
One lonesome pine on those hills.
Yeah,
it's pretty
well,
sad.
mountains actually.
Well, if you're from the West Coast,
It's mountains.
yeah, I know, but if you're from the West Coast,
It's mountains.
I know it's mountains to us.
It's mountains.
Smoky Mountains, Appalachians, whatever. But if you're from the West Coast, they call
mountains.
our mountains hills.
It's mountains.
I know.
It'd be nice to have it with your logo on it, and ABV, the beer name, maybe a slight description if you're going to pre-print them.
Yeah.
If not, and you're going to leave it open, beer name, ABV.
Right. And if you want to go a little cheaper than that, because you have to do all that shit, just do a blank label with your logo and a couple blank spots, style, or beer.
Or have all the different styles of names of the beers that you have listed, and then circle them.
Yeah.
You know, that's the way it's already there. All you have to do is circle. Boom, boom, you're done.
Yeah, and put the write the ABV in.
Oh, well, we'll have the ABV next to each
You
name.
got to circle that too. Oh, next to the name.
Yeah, so, boom. You just circle the name. That would be the quickest when you're busy.
Yeah, that's true.
But
Well, it's
it
bad
wouldn't be
enough
the
to-
cheapest because you're using ink to print each one of those out.
Yeah.
Now this is the cheapest using a magic marker,
Yeah,
a Sharpie.
that's the way to do it.
And I don't blame him for doing it, but I'm just saying eventually he should get labels for them.
Right. And just a cheap sticker.
He
Stick
has
right
been
up.
approached about distributing,
Oh, yeah.
but you know he can't play into if he gets to that level. He wants to do it right. He doesn't want to mess it up.
Right.
Because once you go into it, he was explaining how it works up there. You can't renegotiate. So, boom, it's done.
Yeah.
You can't ever get in.
But the best you can do is sell, right? You can't really.
So, hopefully, I'm all for these microbreweries, these small breweries to make it. Hopefully, they survive.
Survive the COVID crisis.
Yeah, I want them to survive because it's competition for the macros.
Yeah.
The big 3-4 breweries.
And I have nothing against the macros. I just wish they put a little bit more effort in making their beer better.
Yeah, instead of just trying to make
Mass produce it.
Instead of being the McDonald's of beer.
Right.
The Walmart of beers. put a little effort in it.
Right.
Make it with real fine quality ingredients.
Now, if Joe Biden came walking through that, is that a door back there? Or is it a curtain? I can't tell. It's a curtain, it looks like. Is it a door? It looks like a curtain. But anyhow, curtain.
That would be scary.
He came back through it, then he'd be sniffing those two girls' hairs. He'd be like,
all right. Well,
that's creepier than the two girls.
yes.
That's why they call him Creepy Joe, right?
Creepy Joe.
Creepy and sleepy.
You know the name. Creepy Joe.
Right.
He's goofy and he's creepy. It's Joe Biden.
He asked his wife if he could take a pee-pee. Oh, they caught her on, when I guess he was saying George, and she says, it's Donald. You know, he was calling Trump George or something. Mm-hmm. And I saw there was a documentary about Reagan.
Oh, yeah.
Unbeknownst to me, that Nancy was doing the same thing. I was like, wow. So he was that bad, huh?
Yeah. Nancy was basically running the last 6 months to a year, at least. With help.
Yeah.
But, I mean, for Joe to be running at the age he is, and you know that he's not there.
Hey, I'm going to make it not even 4 years, less, maybe a year if he gets it.
That's why Nancy wanted to put in that new law about being able to, get the medical review of the president, mental capacity to perform the job duties. So that if Joe wins, she'd be able to pull him out, and Kamala would be.
Oh, Nancy Pelosi.
Yeah.
Okay.
Then, even if Joe doesn't win and Donald's in there, she could force Donald Trump to have to go to a medical.
Yeah.
That's why she wanted it.
Right now,
because it hits both sides.
He seems pretty competent enough.
I think they're pumping him up with a lot of drugs, and he's sleeping a lot. And on top of that, they probably got a little microphone in his ear.
Oh, Biden?
Yeah. And I think that, like you said, like with her being next to him all the time, there are always people to interrupt and be around him and all that stuff. He doesn't know what the hell he's doing. But the whole thing with Hunter Biden and the child pornographic picture that he had on his computer of his niece.
Huh. I didn't hear about that one.
Supposedly he was doing the niece's mom and the niece.
How old's the niece?
14.
That's not good. Gotta wait till she's 18.
And in some states.
Is it okay if she's your niece?
And on top of his niece. And
good.
who's the niece's mom?
His brothers?
His sister-in-law.
The one that he was with.
He was with the sister-in-law
after the brother died.
Yeah.
So it's that daughter.
I think so. And on top of that, all the information on the cell phones that guy turned over to the FBI and all the information he provided through the emails and stuff like that, his own emails that have been verified to be emails that were sent to him by other people. And so anyway, it's crazy. It's crazy. I saw a great sign though. It said Biden-Harris 2020, and it said on the side of it 10% for the big guy. And I thought, that's so perfect to add to a Biden-Harris sign.
Is that what it said?
No, he added it.
Oh, that's pretty cool.
You know how they were doing Black Lives Matter, how to ruin a Black Lives Matter spray painted sign? Put an O in front of the lives.
Black lives?
Black olives.
Oh, black. Black olives.
It was so perfect. I mean, it was a simple correction right there.
Yeah. You may forget what I was thinking.
That's all right.
With the black olives.
It made you think.
Oh,
you had to visualize. And then you pronounced it olives.
Olives, yeah. The O before lives. I'm like, I think I said olives, right? Like olives.
Yeah. All right. We got to give our grades on this. What are you giving this? I'm going to give it a C plus and a full swallow.
I'm going to go C plus swallow. This one's a little bit better than some of the other ones.
Right on there.
And these two ladies actually I saw one picture. It might have been them when they were like maybe in their 20s or 30s doing the same thing.
Mm-hmm.
They look too bad, but now they show them now. They're probably like our age or a little older, or maybe a little bit younger.
They're probably much older.
I don't know, because that came out what, 1980?
78, 80. They're probably about 10 years older.
They're about the same age as us.
Close, maybe.
Yeah, they look horrible.
Well, I look good. That's all that matters.
That's true.
Who cares about anybody else?
Yeah. Oh, so I don't know if the girl was just messing with me or what, but I was joking around. You know, me and Diddy got done with the beer reviews last time we did some, and we went to the pool hall. And two old ladies, they look like they're like in their 50s. I was trying to be nice, and they're starting to talk to me. They're saying something to me. I'm like, how old are you? How old do you think I am? I'm like, 35. What about my friend? 44. And then she's like, he said you're older than me. I said, I was 35. He said you were 44, but I know they're both in their like mid 50s, probably older. How old are you? And I'm like, I'm 65. They're like, really? I'm like, no, I'm 48. And they're like, really? You look old for 48. So I was doing all right when I said 65, but oh well, bitches.
That's pretty bad.
I was like, really? I look older than 48?
Yeah.
Oh well, that's okay.
It's a young 48.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, a young 65.
Yeah. I'm gonna start doing it though, because one comedian said that. He goes, "Man, you tell girls you're 5 years older than what you are." They're like, "Wow, you look good for a." You know, so if I say I'm 50, I'm almost 49. So if I say I'm 54, that's pretty good for a 54-year-old, huh? So when I'm 60, yeah.
Well, I was getting my hair cut, and the girl said, we were talking about people we knew, and she knew some of the same people I knew, and everything like that. And I said, I don't know. I said, I know so and so, and they said, well, I'm not familiar with him. Was he older or younger? I said, he's probably a little older. I said, anyway, long story short, she said, well, it can't be that much older. I said, how old are you? She goes, how old are you? And I looked at her for a moment, and I said, well, how old do you think I am? And she goes, maybe 40, 44, like that, in that range, 38 to 44 range, she was saying.
That's nice.
And I said, well, and I told her. She said, oh, no, well, you're looking good for your age, you know.
Yeah.
I said, it's always been like that. I can remember being in my 30s and being carded.
Oh, really?
For beer all the time.
I haven't been carded since I was like fucking 22.
I would get carded all the time. You know, that's before I started growing facial hair and everything else.
Yeah.
I shaved this off. Baby face.
One time I did get carded. I went home on leave when I was in the Army. I had my military driver's license. Or military ID. I didn't have a driver's license. Went into a store. Mm-hmm. The guy wouldn't accept Pennsylvania. They're known for not accepting military license anywhere or military IDs anywhere. He wouldn't give me a pack cigar. I'm like, come on, dude. I can't. I don't know what that is. I've never seen a military ID before. I'm like, you shit me. So my friend had to go in and get cigarettes. So I'm like, fuck it. I never been carded for cigarettes ever in my life at the store. Yeah. But I think it's some guy being an asshole. I'll tell you about him later.
Yeah, most likely was. He probably did something like fuck his woman.
Probably.
All right.
This
will be Brewery. I am Jammer.
I am the Callahan Shagdog.
And we are continuing with sparing no expense.
Right.
And
we might have somebody different behind us. The next one's staring at you.
Our Falltoberfest.
Yeah, our Falltoberfest with the wing.
This is a cross-country Falltoberfest beer run type.
Yeah, these are all the ones you got from a specific brew pub or whatever, right?
Yeah. We're almost done with them. And then
Pineview Valley Brewing.
Then we can do a few others.
Or Lonesome Pine...
Not
Lonely Pine Valley.
Twin Pines Mall.
Twin Pine Valley.
Lone Pine Ball.
Pine and balls and ball viewing.
Lonesome Pine Brewing Company out of Lebanon, Virginia. All right, let's move on.
Let's do it.